All right, guys. Let's see what's cooking. Who's alive? Who's alive after all these holidays? Lots of food, I guess lots of alcohol. I don't drink, but I guess you do. So let's see who is here, who survived this new year in the beginning of January. Let's see who's present, if anyone, because you guys know I'm here every day working on your cases, getting you tons of approvals. Not sure about you, not sure about you. But anyways, Happy New Year. I wish you the strongest beginning of this 2024, and of course, I wish you the constant approvals in 2024. I believe that's the end result. That's what we're looking for. All right, so let's warm up a little bit. Let me tell you what was happening for the past 2 weeks, and the most colorful, let's put it this way, memory is that we went on a cruise for more than a week. It was my first experience with a cruise, and I went there with low expectations because if you go with high expectations and things don't work out, you're miserable. So I went with a very low expectations, and it turned out to be really success. It was great. We went for the whole family, my wife and our 2 kids. The kids are very small, the 3-year-old and the 8-month daughter. And I cannot say it was rest. It was not. Okay, because it's actually more work as opposed to what's happening here, because here we have some support, and on a cruise there is no one to support you. So it was like a second shift job for the cruise, but it was very good in the sense that I changed the picture. Okay, when you change the picture, things just you get new ideas. You relax your mind. So that was the purpose, and that was the success. So we made a few stops, one in Honduras, or one in Belize, and two in Mexico, two different cities. So it was pretty good. It was pretty good, guys. If you've never been on a cruise, I do recommend you to at least try. It's good for a change because the food is good, and the desserts are good, and the entertainment is pretty good, and it's not very expensive. It's not very expensive. I believe I paid like $2,800 per room. We had to take 2 rooms, okay, because my Stefani is very small, so she wakes up at night, and so I had 2 rooms, so 28 for each, which is not as expensive as we would go to, like, let's say, Colorado or some other place. Maybe more expensive if we went to Colombia or Mexico, but still, food is included, entertainment is included, so it was pretty good. Okay, so let me know if you guys did something special on New Year's for the beginning of January. Drop it in the comment section if you want to share your memories, something interesting you've done, maybe your emotions. I would be very glad to see that. Other than that, let's move on to the next thing I wanted to discuss with you guys. I believe we haven't seen each other for at least 2 weeks, probably 3. And the end of December, we sent out about 20 cases. I think about 20 cases. So not all of them got the decision, but most of them got the decision. So, and I don't remember the exact math because there's a lot of things going on, but it's about 14 approvals that we have, 3 RFEs, 1 denial, unfortunately, and the rest are pending. Okay, so the 3 RFEs that we got, 2 of them from the same officer, and that officer, I don't like to use like slang or bad words or anything else, but that officer is a bad person. Okay, he's a bad person. So and two cases, and both of them are very strong cases, very strong cases. So my inclination, at least with one of those cases, we are going to court. Okay, we are going to fight this officer, because usually when I see this guy on RFE, I like to withdraw and to refile. Okay, but because this is already a third filing of this case, and he's the second time on this case, it's just a bad luck. Okay, it's just a bad luck. He was there on the first, so 3 filings of the same case. He was there the first time. The second time was another bad officer from another center, and now this guy again. Okay, so we're gonna fight him. We're gonna fight him because his reasoning and his arguments are very low quality. Okay, very low quality. So we're gonna fight him, and if he doesn't approve this petition, we're taking him to court. And that was the initial intention for this third filing. And I know for some of you, like, oh my God, third filing, like you have to pay the government fee. Yes, government fee, and depending on the case, sometimes you have to pay attorney also, all 3 times. Okay. Nobody said it would be easy. Nobody. Sometimes the petitions that are not as strong, and the client doesn't really work as much, and the client doesn't care, and you just file and you get an approval, and that's it. And sometimes you have a real good case, a really hardworking client, and just things don't work your way. Okay, you have to be ready for whatever. All right, you have to be ready for whatever, and you guys know. And I will talk about it. That's why I'm sharing all these cases with you. Okay, that's why I want to let you know that yes, most of the time it's good. No problem. You file the case, you get an approval. That's it, and we hug each other and pat on the back, and that's it. But sometimes it's not. And as long as you trust my experience and my expertise, and you trust the system, then you have to stick to your guns. And that's the case when we're going to stick to our guns. We're going to take it to court, and stay tuned. All right, this is a very interesting case. This is a businessman from Russia. He is it's EB1A case. We got him approved for O1 a couple of years ago, so he already has a track record of his success, and he's a developer. He's already building houses in Texas. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with this officer. I don't know what's wrong with him. When you already have the track record in the US of a success, how can you not approve the case, and especially that the criteria are met? Okay, so in cases like this, we are going to the federal court and we're going to win. Okay, so the 14 approvals, 3 RFEs, 1 denial. It's 18 cases. 2 cases are still pending. Okay. I'm not gonna list all the cases that we got approval for, because we're gonna spend the whole hour here. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you like the categories. Most of them are EB1As. Okay, and they are in a business and STEM category, my favorite categories. The denial that we have is in the beauty industry. And I do believe that the officer made a mistake. I think the officer just didn't like the case. Okay, I cannot say it's a very strong case, but it's a case that should be approved. The officer just didn't like the case, so we're going to refile it and get it approved in the near future. And 2 cases are pending, so we're waiting for them. Lots of O1 cases, lots of O1s, most of them in business category. And you guys know that I like O1 cases in the business instead of L1 and E2 cases. All right, so a lot of success happened while we were chilling and waiting for the results. So congratulations to my clients. Let's move on to the next topic that I wanted to discuss with you today. A reminder for you guys, what are the 3 visas that are going to be the priority visas for this year, 2024. And nothing changed from my last discussion on this topic. But let's remind ourselves. Number one, visa O1. O1, number one. Okay? Why? All the reasons in the world. It's fast. It's easier. There is no limits. You can then switch to EB1A. A lot of reasons. Okay? So O1 is on the top of the list. EB1A is the second place because if you have a lot of recognition and a lot of achievement, and if you follow my strategy, you'll get the green card. And EB2 and AW is on the third place in my chart for right now because of the priority dates. And my forecast that the priority dates are gonna shrink this year, but still we have a year lag for EB2 and AW. That's why it's on the third place. And as to myself, I'm pumped for this year, guys. Maybe I don't look pumped today, okay, because this is the first day I had to wake up early, and Seraphim, my son, was waking up at night, and he was waking me up, so I'm a little bit tired, okay? But as to the perspective, as to 2024, I do believe it's going to be the greatest year in my career, the greatest year for my company, and the greatest year for my clients. Okay, we are bringing a lot of new changes this year. We are going to completely rewrite the way we are doing the cases for our clients. And I'm not going to share, as to right now, what exactly you need to expect the way how we're going to work on your cases. But trust me, guys, it's going to be better than anybody else. We're already number one, but we're going to be like up in the space this year. I promise you. Okay, and you know me, guys. If I promise you something, I always stick to my word. Okay, so a lot of changes coming March, April this year in the executive department of the company, and you guys gonna love this when it's coming out. Okay, when I'm gonna declare and announce about those changes, it's gonna be just fantastic. You guys will have a much easier way to file your petitions. All right, and I do believe you are here today just because you have something in mind, maybe O1, maybe L1, maybe EB1A, I don't know, but you have something in mind. So whatever that is, you'll have a much better time than anybody else before. Okay? And already now our clients love to work with us and everything, but we are always making it better for you. All right, so let's talk about, let's do the overview of the visas for 2024. I already gave you the big picture, the way I see it. Also, because we are going to have at least 3 interest rate cuts this year. That means that the credit and money in general are going to be cheaper. All right? And I'm not going to go deep into finance and economics and things like that. Just take my word on it, okay? When the central bank cuts the interest rate, the money are cheaper to borrow, okay? So that means that all that money that right now in the system, and you guys know how much dollars US government printed for the past 3 years. This is insane. It's trillions and trillions of dollars. So all that money is going to start working in the system, and the commerce is going to get better, and things are going to start getting better little by little, and innovation sector is going to revive itself, and the technology is going to revive itself. So things are going to get much, much better. All right, the economy is going to grow, and this is a presidential year. So of course, the presidential year is always up in the markets. Up in the markets, meaning that the states need more people, need more businesses, need more STEM people, need more doctors, engineers, IT people, everybody who wants to bring money or knowledge or expertise. All right, so that means that you guys are going to get approved. Okay, whatever your case is, E2, L1, O1, EB1, you're going to get a higher chance of approval as the economy grows and the demand for the experts and specialists in whatever field that is growing itself, is growing as well. Okay, so that's why I see 2024 is very good. Not to mention that it's still, yes, you're gonna have a better chances of approval if you're in business and a STEM category, just because the demand is going to grow. But it doesn't mean that the process itself is gonna be easier. All right. Yes, it's going to be easier with my company, just like I told you. But overall, first of all, we are waiting for the increase in the government fee. Okay, it's already been decided that the fees are going to grow. Okay, moreover, a lot of investment things are going to be proportionately increased due to inflation. Okay, like EB5, for example. Some of you were thinking that $800,000 is a lot of money. Now it's going to be like 860 or 870, and it's going to continue to grow. And in the same context, when we talk about $100,000 for E2, proportionately to the inflation increase, that number devalues itself. The proper word is debasement. Okay, the money are debased. So whatever the value of that $100,000 last year or 2 years ago is not the same as of today. The purchasing power, if you will. Okay, so whatever you could buy 2 years ago for 100K is not the same today. It's going to be more expensive, maybe 110, 120. So with this being said, in the conscience of immigration officer who's reviewing E2 application, for example, the $100,000 is already not as much as it used to be. Okay, so there's a psychological factor into this. So you need to be mindful of that as well. All right, and yes, I've been getting approvals for E2 for $60,000, for 70, for 80, and anything above. But that number, that the bottom line is starts growing as well. Okay, because of the inflation and all these processes. Infotech, how you doing, my man? How you doing? So that's how I see it. So there's a lot, and you guys see, there's a lot of things going on. All right, the psychology in it, the demand is growing, the fees are growing, the changes in my company. So it's going to be a very interesting year. I'm excited, guys. I'm very, very excited. I'm tired right now, so I cannot give you the big smile and big excitement right now. But inside of myself, I am excited. Also, I'm unrelated to immigration law and immigration things. I'm starting another project within my company. I'm not gonna share the exact details on that, and plus probably you guys not even interested, but I'm just telling you that I'm developing my business further as well, and you should do the same thing, guys. Okay, I'm kind of leading by example. Yes, I have a great company. We have 120 employees working. We're filing like 30 to 50 cases a month. We're getting a great result for you guys, but I want to diversify. I want to have more businesses. I want to have more streams of income. Okay, so again, I'm leading by example. I hope to give you guys a boost of energy and motivation to do the same. Okay, don't stop growing as a person, as a businessman, businesswoman, as a citizen of the world. Never stop doing this. Okay, and especially if you want to come to the US, because this country gives you all the opportunity you want. And most importantly, the government not only does not interfere, but also helps you to develop. All right, so you guys should do the same. I encourage you. I hope that maybe one of you start bringing some more business ideas, start doing something else, maybe start with reading a simple book or something. Just do something extra, okay? And that way you grow and you develop yourself, and maybe your business, maybe new business ideas. All right, Infotech, let's see what you got cooking. If I invest in stocks and buy a percentage of recognized company like Google and become a board of director, should I get a green card? I don't see it. Infotech, I don't see how this set of facts is going to give you the green card. Okay, without more, this is this does nothing. All right, because anyone can buy stocks in a company. It could be recognized wherever. Google is a publicly traded company. You can go to the brokerage website and buy one Google stock. You know, that's easy to do. You just need to have whatever they want, $120. No, by itself, it doesn't give you anything. If you become a board of director of a company, that's better. But in itself, it also doesn't give you nothing. All right. So if you're in a board of directors, that sounds to me like you are taking up an executive position in a company. With executive position, the closest visa is L1 or EB1C, provided that you have affiliated company across the ocean, somewhere in the world, where you worked for at least a year in executive or managerial function. Okay? Again, I'm not going to go deep into L1 criteria, but I think this is a good way for you to start. You can go to my channel, find L1 visa video, EB1C visa video, and go deeper and understand if you qualify any further. And if you're still unsure, you can always fill out the application, the form for free evaluation. And I can take a look, okay? Maybe you can also think about EB1, EB2, EB3 with labor certification. Okay, and by the way, we just got 2 approvals for EB3 visas in December. And this process takes at least 2 years. At least 2 years. Probably right now 3, maybe even more. Okay, so just these facts are not enough for me to make a determination or any kind of priority, but I can give you like somewhere to start. Okay. Yes, investor program Infotech EB5 still going. So if you have $800,000 of clean money, what clean money means? Clean money means that you can show with documents that you've made that money legally, you paid all the taxes if you had to, and you can track the source of income, whatever it is, dividends, you inherited that money, your salary, you made it from the business. You can track from where your money came initially to where it's going after that. All the transactions, one by one. If they went from a bank to a bank, from account to account. If it's all in the same account, very good. That would be easy. So EB5 is still going, and I do believe this is one of the best programs for 2024 for those of you who have a larger budget. And what's larger budget? Well, if your net worth is a couple of $1 million and you are willing to loan one of those millions to the American developers for 5 to 7 years. Okay, so that's how EB5 works. You loan your $800,000 plus all the fees and administrative fee plus your attorney, so it gets to like $900,000 to American developer for 5 to 7 years. You get your green card, then you get your money back, then you get your passport. Okay, EB5 is beautiful, and most importantly, you don't have to do anything. Okay, just have the money. Okay, so good question. Let's move on. Okay, changes, guys. Changes in 2024. What I see at this point. At this point, I do not see any specific changes in the law. Okay. So I do not anticipate anything like some big change to EB1A program or EB2NIW or any of those programs that we work with. Why? Because nobody needs it, guys. No one needs any change in those programs. They are working pretty good. Okay? And I know some of you, and from my English speaking clients like you guys and my Russian speaking clients, you all read the internet, and some paralegals, all the immigration consultants, I think they're all fraudsters. They say, oh my God, Trump is going to win, and he's going to change the law, and they're going to get rid of EB2NIW, and they're going to get rid of EB1A, and la 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 la. Just come hire me, and I'm going to do the work. That's their message. Okay, not gonna happen. Nothing of that kind is going to happen. So do not worry. Nobody is going to shoot themselves in the foot. And that's what it sounds like when I hear that US is going to cancel those programs. No one is going to do this. Why? Because EB1A, EB2NIW, O1, they bring the best people to the US for free. And they also pay the government fee. So you also get like the jobs because of that, and you bring the expertise. Who in a sound mind is gonna get rid of that? No one. Okay? So you don't have to worry. Nothing is gonna change. All these programs are gonna work. Maybe the new program is gonna come up. I don't know. I don't see any talks about that. The parole for entrepreneurs is on. I haven't filed a single petition because I think this program is kind of stupid. To be honest with you guys, I think it's kind of stupid. This parole for entrepreneurs. I don't see the way they enacted that law, that program. It doesn't really bring anything, because O1 was doing basically the same thing that program is doing. Yes, you have to prove you have achievements, but all those people who come to the US or supposed to come to the US with parole for entrepreneurs. And I hope you guys know what I'm talking about, right? That's the new program that went live last year. I mean, the requirements for that program to qualify for, it's basically above O1 requirements. So why you need that program? I have no idea. Okay, you need to have an investor within the US or the federal or state agencies that gonna give you the money to do some business idea. I mean, come on, that's just a startup. That's a startup visa, right? O1 is just, it does the same thing, all right? No one is gonna give the money to some Uncle John from the street, okay? No American investor is gonna give $250,000 for that. No one. They're going to give this money to someone who has a track record of success and a great idea. Okay, so that sounds to me as O1 visa. So why they did that, I don't know. I didn't file a single case because it's just ridiculous. Okay, so maybe they do some changes, maybe they bring some new programs. I don't know. No talks are going as to this point. What is going to happen is the change in the way the US government sees its own policies. Okay? So instead of changing the law, they're going to change the way they see that law, the way they perceive and analyze that law. And they do it through the policies. They implement new policies. And they've been doing it forever. 2023, what I can tell you, there were maybe 5 to 7 policies on explaining how the law works on those visas that I deal with. So that's going to continue. That's going to continue. And of course, I'm going to be on top of those things and just make sure that you guys get all the best updates from me. Trump. Let's talk about Trump. Let's talk about Democrats, and let's talk about Republicans. You guys know my position. I'm open about it. We live in a free country. I support Trump. Okay? I support Trump not because I love him so much. have respect for him, and I think he was a great president, and definitely he didn't do anything bad for the country, as opposed to Joe Biden. Okay, Joe Biden is a corrupt, very bad politician, very old, and nobody wants him. I don't want him. Okay, I'm going to vote for Trump as long as we don't become a banana republic and Trump is disqualified for whatever unknown reason because there is no court decision for whatever is implemented to him. Whatever they charge him with, there is no conviction. Okay, if there is no judge ruling that you did something unlawful, you are covered by presumption of innocence. Okay, that's the law. That's the law of the land. So until after we get the decision from the court that Trump is innocent. And you may have different ideas on if he is really did something or he did not. It doesn't matter. Okay? It does not matter. What matters if the judge, the court, determined the facts and the law. Okay? So I hope we don't become a banana republic for 2024 where, you know, where the government can disqualify the competition by illegal means. Okay, so if it's not the case, and I don't think it's going to be the case, if Trump goes against Biden, I think Trump is going to win. And if that's the case, guys, it's good news for you. All right, it's good news for you. Don't be afraid of Trump winning the presidency. Don't be. For very least, nothing's going to change. Okay, very least, nothing's going to change. But I do believe that things are going to improve for legal immigration. All right, what Trump stands against? He stands against illegal immigration. Those like crowds of people crossing the border with US illegally. Okay, he's against that. Who is not against all that? I'm against all that. My neighbor is against all that. Everybody is against all that. Okay? Because Lord knows who those people are. They didn't pass any inspection. We don't know who they are. And I don't say they're bad people, but I'm saying that there is no sorting out of those people. Everybody comes in. So you don't know what's going on. And Joe Biden, he has open border policy. So, you know, he's for illegal immigration. And I can tell you the statistics. When Trump was president, 2016 to 2020, and 2020 to 2024, the approval rate on the level of the government plunged. So it went down, okay? When Trump was in power, the EB1As were getting about 65, 67 approval rate in the industry. Okay? In my company, it's 90%, by the way. So we are above the industry by a big stretch. Okay? When Joe Biden came, the approval rate for EB1As fell to 50 to 55%. So what does it tell you guys? Yes, he can say whatever they want and Trump can say whatever you want, but you're looking at the facts. And this is the official statistics. You can find this statistics on the Department of State website. Okay, it's open. They give you how many filings were made and how many approvals were made. So you can know the statistics. So there you go. The Democrats that they allow for immigrants and all this, it doesn't show in the real life. Okay, and Republicans who are presumably against the immigration, which is not. They're not against the immigration, against the illegal immigration. Their results are much higher for the purpose of approval. So make your conclusions. All right, make your conclusions. Okay, so this one is covered. Let's move on. Oh, let's look at the questions. Rafael, on average, how long is it taking to have I-140 reviewed, approved, or RFE for EB-29W? Rafael, I guess your question goes towards not expedited processing, right? I believe that's what your question goes, because with expedited processing, it's all no. There is no secret here. All right, it's 45 days, the premium processing, but in fact they do it for within 2 weeks, like 10 days. Okay, so all the EB-20IWs we filed like last year, they would get approved within 2 weeks. I had one case that got approval for 1 day. We filed it on Friday, and Saturday afternoon it was approved. Okay, so I think expedited processing is out of the picture, and yes, you said yes. So without expedited processing, you need to be ready to wait from anywhere from 3 months to 2 years. Okay, so 3 months to 24 months. And when you say like, oh my God, why such a big range? There you go. That's how it works if you don't expedite your case. Nobody knows. Yes, it could be 3 months, but in fact, I think the average would be about a year. So be ready to wait for a year, maybe a year and a half. Unless you propose something, some breakthrough, something really good for the American economy, something good for the government, then they can approve you faster. Okay? It could be the case, it could be not. All right, guys, let's move on. Drop your questions if you have any more. All right, let's talk about how to start your immigration process, and that's going to be the last topic for today. So unless you give me questions or some concerns or some comments that I can work and elaborate on, we'll be wrapping up in about 5 to 10 minutes. So use your time wisely. Okay, so how do you guys start your immigration process? And let's take a step back. I was an immigrant myself. It was a long time ago. I've been living in the States almost 20 years, okay? And my immigration process was over a long time ago. But when I was looking for an attorney and just basically for information about the immigration and the type of visas and how to legalize in the States and all this kind of stuff. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm drinking kombucha. It's those with this drink with that bacteria. It's really good for your stomach and guts, but it makes you like for a second. So I don't know if you guys have kombucha in your country, but that's how it's called here in the States. In Russia, it has like a different name, has nothing to do with this name, but it's a very good, refreshing drink. So when I was looking for an attorney, there was nothing. Guys, there was nothing. You go on YouTube, there's nothing. There were no attorneys talking about the visas, the US laws, and the cases. Nothing. There were no streams. There were no Instagram. There were no TikTok. Nothing. Okay? There were like forums, like public forums online, where people would discuss their cases, but only from the perspective of a person who is involved in the process, who is actually doing the case themselves. So it was a disaster. Okay, you would find an attorney just going around and asking your friends and your neighbors, like, hey, you guys know any good attorney who is doing immigration law and things like that, and people would tell you, hey, I know this guy, I know that guy. And that's it. So that's how you learn about attorney or where to start your process. And then you have to pay that attorney. I don't remember that. Back in the day, it was like probably like $100, $150. Now it's at different prices, of course. But you had to go and pay. And you meet with an attorney. There was no Zoom, of course. There was no online consultations. I went to Philadelphia. I drove to Philadelphia for 2 hours to meet with my attorney. And I didn't even know if he would be my attorney, just with immigration attorney that I got recommendation about. Okay? So I met with him in his office and I said, hey, that's my situation. And he asked me questions. I gave him information and he told me, okay, so that's I can do this. That's how much it's going to cost you. That's what you kind of need to do. That's it. Okay, so that was the process back in the day. Now, with the technology, with innovation, with internet, with all this craziness, things have changed a lot. Okay, now you guys don't have to go around your neighborhood and your university and your business and Lord knows what you're doing, ask people about attorneys and where to start. You don't have to do this. Okay, all you need to do is go on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, and find a lot of information. Now, not all the information is equal, okay, because there's a lot of BS. Let's be straight. A lot of BS and outdated information of attorneys who did it 10 years ago and never updated it. Okay? You need to find an attorney or the source of information that, first of all, is alive. Okay? So there's a person is alive or still doing what he or she has been doing, that keeps updating the laws on a daily basis and has a proved track of success. All right? So I suggest that you guys start with my YouTube, and of course we're on YouTube right now, and you guys watch my videos probably every week, okay? And you know that I release 2 videos every week for years, okay? For a long time. I have my Instagram that I also post updates every day. I have my TikTok, I have my Facebook, I have my Twitter. Okay, so you guys have a lot of ways to learn about immigration from my perspective, because you know I'm alive, I'm a living person. You can see me every week on the streams. You can see me on my Instagram, you can see me on my videos on YouTube, and you guys know that I'm up to date. Okay, every new change we implement in the company immediately. Okay, something new happened, new trend, we implement it immediately. That's how we work. And also, on top of that, you guys have the unique opportunity. I didn't have it. None of my friends who were legalizing in the States 10 years ago, 5 years ago, they didn't have it. But you have this unique opportunity, and you have to use it. What's that unique opportunity? Is the free evaluation. Okay? Free evaluation. Remember these 2 magic words. What it means? That means that in my company, we have a special process where you can fill out a form, a questionnaire that I designed and developed specially for you. We have forms for each separate program. EB1A01, EB2 NIW, L1 E2, EB5, EB2 EB3. Okay? And I'm dropping you the links right now in the chat. If you're serious about your move to the US, or you're not yet serious, but you are seriously contemplating this plan, now you don't have to look any further. You don't have to pay anyone to get the same thing as I had to pay for, and a lot of other people had to pay for and still are paying. Okay? You get it for free. And this is a free evaluation. So find the link in the chat that corresponds to the visa that fits you the best. Okay? And how do you know which visa fits you the best? I already said that. You come to my streams, you come to my webinars, you are on my Instagram, you watch my videos. So you already know what's going on. You know a little bit about the criteria. Now you need to be evaluated by me. You fill out the questionnaires. I get back to you within 2 days and let you know if you have a case, which program it works best for you, and whether you can start your case right now. So, I expect from you guys, it's never been easier. All right? It's never been easier. You can do it right now. Just click on the link and fill out the questionnaire. All right? So that's my expectation from you to do it today, better right now, because you're gonna forget. The weekend is, oh, I'm gonna meet with my friends tomorrow for beer. I'm waking up Saturday with a headache. I have my errands. I need to do my laundry. Don't postpone it. Do it right now. Okay? Be serious about this. So, and besides that, guys, I know that if you made up your mind that you want to come to the States, and if you have something to back it up financially and your achievements, your recognition, whatever program that is, business, talent, national interest, whatever that is, if you have something behind it, you can be sure that 2024 is your year, okay? And things are going to happen in 2024, and they're going to happen your way. All right, so I also drop you a link for WhatsApp. You guys can always contact my company through WhatsApp, ask any question, request some information, no problem, okay? Just click on the link and you can go directly to WhatsApp and get in contact with the employees of my company who are gonna lead you, explain, assist, and help you in all the ways. My name is Stanislav Shamaev, a lawyer of the future. Your future begins here. Good luck.